something went on here, something went on there.
This time on TNT.
My shady deal with a slimy senior.
We play 2 new games, Law or Nah, and Horny Handles.
Plus, Bruce checks in with Bernie, side stage, at a Bruce concert. It all comes up right now on TNT.
82.
1982. 1982. I remember 1982.
Do you?
Yeah, wasn't that was the year Trudeau signed the thing.
Why would Trudeau be able to nail that down for you of all times?
I don't know.
What did he sign? The thing?
Yeah, he signed a thing with the Queen in 1982. Oh my gosh. Are we going to the Google already?
No.
Trudeau signed a constitution. That's what he signed.
So that you just remember that in time. That's how you remember.
Yeah, it was a charter.
I was 7-year-old mask.
Where were you living in 1982?
Mansfield, proper.
Yeah, you were. Downtown Mansfield.
Downtown Mansfield. Right past the Red Barn.
I was living in Sherwood, PEI. I was about to move out to Cove Head, PEI, where I worked at a golf course and picked up balls on the driving range in exchange for free golf and chips.
And chips. That's where you got addicted to the Salt and Vinnies?
Yeah, I was actually more of a ketchup math back in those days.
Ketchup.
But that's where the guy who had to stay in the tub full of ice lived.
No, really?
Yeah.
That was that. That was the summer of 82.
Might have been 83. Might have been the summer of 83, so we'll save it for next week. But that was, yeah, man, a lot happened around that time.
You don't remember the guy's name, though.
Ice Guy? No. I kind of like it better that I don't. Because everyone on PEI has nicknames. Mm-hmm. I told you about my sister's friend, Come, Whoa. He parks cars on the ferry. Come, whoa.
Yeah.
Come, whoa.
Wow.
And Shitbox, the guy who fell into a kitty litter box when he was 2.
Oh, man.
And when you call his house, you ask for Shitty. Is Shitbox there, please? Just a minute. Shitty!
And it got to the point where the parents didn't even question, like, what do you mean by Shitty?
Yeah, it's our son. You know our son, Shitbox. So get this. On the last week, my mom lives in a senior's home now.
Okay.
And the folks from the senior's home, who are great, called to say, your mom needs a fan because it's really, really hot. And, she was overheating and could use a fan.
There's no AC?
There's no AC because this is an older building. And, that's not one of the things that governments tend to fund these days. And, they need dough and stuff. So I was on my way to visit her anyway, and I walk in the building, and there's a sign written in chicken scratch that says, fan for sale, call Carol. I was like, this could not be better. So I called the number. Sale.
Free on Kijijis.
It wasn't free, though. I called her, and she said, hello. And I said, oh, yeah, you have a fan for sale. Yes. I said, what do you want for that? And she said, $60, dear. And I said, sold. Sight unseen. I said, I'll go to the bank machine. I'll be up in a couple of minutes. I'll bring the $60. Just please don't sell it. Because in my mind, I was thinking, I don't care what the fan is like. You can't put a price on not having to go to Canadian Tire or Sears or somewhere else to try to get a fan. The gas money involved, the time spent on the search. It was like best $60 I've ever spent.
Yeah.
So I go upstairs in the elevator and I knock on the door and I say, I'm here about the fan. We just talked on the phone. Here's my $60. And she said, I just got an offer for $70.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Yes! She was trying to shark me. She was like 300 years old and trying to shark me. So I did the walk away. I've learned by the right on.
Oh, man.
She did
What's
make
her name
it up.
again?
So, Carol. So I did the walk away where I was like, oh, well, that's great then. If you have 70 on the table, you don't need my 60. And she said, well, no, wait a minute. Is there any chance? Come look at it.
Oh, my God.
I was like, you don't need me to look at it. If you've sold it for 70, don't even worry about it. She was like, well, you might as well have a look at it.
Oh, my God.
So I had a look at it, and she said, any chance you could match his 70? And I said, oh, I don't think so. I think 60 was about as much as I was comfortable with. Plus, 60 is all I took out of the bank machine.
Yeah.
So she doesn't say a word. She grabs the 60 out of my hands, and I take the fan. She was sharking me.
She was lying.
So my sister just texted yesterday. My
That's
sister texted yesterday. She was in the building. Carol is selling a wheelchair for a large person. She's trying to like conduct business in there.
Oh, every day there's a new item.
But the thing is, this fan, it's a two-banger, and it's a Honeywell, looks like industrial, like something a painter would use. Like we painted the garage, it needs to be dry in 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, it's like jet engine turbine styles.
Two-banger means there's two blades going?
There's two separate blades. So I could point one at my mom's head and one at her feet. It's dual action fan. Industrial fan, 60
like those
bones.
hot summer days. I remember when I was a kid, a friend of mine, stayed at his house, and it was like his older brother, I think, was one that was super hot out, and I went in the room, and his brother was sleeping, but like with his legs up and like spread up, no clothes on, like ass in the fan because it was so hot.
No.
Yeah.
I really need to visualize this.
Was
he on his back or on his stomach?
Like on the knees, in the air.
Oh my gosh!
Big fan blowing on it.
On sleeping. His chocolate spider.
Yeah. Just not cool at all. Totally.
You would
not.
have to be awfully hot to resort to that type of relief.
So gross.
It's really gross.
Yeah. So I guess the closest thing to Kijiji's we had was, I think 2 Sunday nights ago, Lisa called me when we were doing news talk. And I'm like, what's up? She called, rare to call while I'm on the air during a commercial break. And she slipped down a couple steps and she's like, I think I broke my foot.
At home?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, oh, no. And then she finds out the next day. She goes to a clinic here right by our place, and there's it's like totally broken, like one of the bones on her outside of her foot, of her left foot.
Like a toe bone, like a metatarsal?
Yeah, one of those ones, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Not the toe, but the ones right underneath it on the outside, and super painful and swelling. So she has to get a boot cast, those ones?
Yeah.
So she's rocking around in that, and we were supposed to go away this past weekend to Muskoka to some friend's place. And she just randomly, she's thinking like, 'cause you can't get it wet, one of the boot casts, right? Aww. Like you can't go, it's just, your summer's like over 8 weeks, she has to be in this thing. So we're going up, and she just randomly looks on Kijiji in the the neck of the woods where we're heading, and she found some woman selling one of these like boots that you put over it, and then like you suck the air out of it. A water sock.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. So on our way up, we picked up a water sock from Deb on Kijiji for $40.
What? That's all she wanted for that?
In Aurelia, yeah.
That's all she wanted for that?
It's just it.
Deb, what do you want for your water sock? All 40's good.
Pulled into a park in Aurelia and met up with Deb, and she got us a water sock.
So is this thing designed to go over a cast?
Yeah, it's like a rubber
wow.
thing that you put over it, and it's like tight, so it's hard to get over it, but once it's over it, you pull out the air with the little suction ball thing.
How great did that feel for her to be in the lake?
It was fantastic, yeah. As soon as she got in, she was like, this is the move. But, I mean, your summer's not ruined anymore.
No.
So
does she take it off now, or she just leaves it on all the time, just in case an emergency dip comes up?
Yeah, the boot's on all the time. Not the water thing. That's only if you're in the water.
Right. Poor thing. And so she stayed home the whole night with a broken bone without going to the doctor till the next day? Yeah. What a trooper.
Pain. Super troopers.
Tim and Arkells were in town on the weekend.
Yes. The big New Glasgow Jubilee show.
The Riverfront Jubilee, yeah. It was the day before Burton played, and someone sent us a video of Burton
playing
the piano on his knees.
Learning the set at the airport. Right?
I'm calling BS. I feel like he did that because he wanted the people that didn't know to go, oh, that must be Burton Cummings. Look at the way he's playing piano on his jeans.
Yeah.
What part of his set does he not know at this point?
Oh, I know. Or he was just listening to one of his favorite ivory ticklers. And he was just getting into it.
Yeah, like Music Box Dancer by Frank
Yeah, it's
Mills.
really like, it's classic Burton, though. Like, that's old school Burton. Like, oh, I don't know if people know that's me here flying out to well, I guess that would be the flight the day he was going to New Glasgow, right? So wherever he was.
I'm sure. And by the way, a couple of accounts of people saying, met him, nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
Just in the interest of fair reportage.
Yeah.
But one of the guys working at the festival that I was talking to said, oh, Burton's great. Just ask him.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
He laid a just ask him on me.
Yeah, just ask him.
So Mrs. T and I decided we got childcare arrangements put in place, and we decided at the last minute we were going to drive the motor coach over to New Glasgow and dry camp in the Sears parking lot. And It just so happened that the Sears parking lot was right across the street from Timbo's hotel.
There you go.
So he came over to have a visit and crush a Frosty Soldier before the show. We walked over to the show together.
Fantastic.
And he had sent me a text that afternoon and said, you know, no pressure, but would you want to come out and do something as J-Rock? And I was like, sure I would. That'd be really fun. Mm-hmm. So I did just a verse of Trailer Park Life. In one of the encores, they were doing Sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo.
Oh, nice. You just dropped it.
So I just spit 16. But I'm going to tell you something. If you haven't seen Arkells play live, and I know you have, they put on a great show. They're really tight.
Yeah, they're one of the best.
And Tim is outrageously consistent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Solid. They're a great band, and they get the people going.
They sure do.
Saw a picture of them last night at George Street, and they got her going in St. John's too.
I would say it sounds that way. And as you know, St. John's is like social quicksand.
Yeah.
Like, come to Buddy's house, and we're going to get up and play, and suddenly it's 8 in the morning. And
next thing you know, you're at Alan Doyle's house.
Yeah.
At 4 in the morning, and Alan Doyle finally jumped on the TNT train.
I know. Welcome, bud.
Yeah, what a
We've
bud.
been expecting you.
He's down with coming out when we get out there.
Be great.
That would be a fun guest. We could really have a good time with Alan.
I'm sure I've said this before, but St. John's is a city that I find intimidating in its arts and culture because people, it's obviously remote, and so people that make art and music and film do it because they love it, not because it's easy to live there and do it. And so it really weeds out the posers from the people that are legit want to get it done artists. It's a great city.
Yeah, no. And everybody I know that's from there that lives around here, like some buddies of mine that are golfers, they're just great, solid up and down.
Good folks. And so after Riverfront Jubilee, after the Arkells show, Timbo came back to the RV, and we got into things. Had a couple of Frosty Soldiers, ordered a pizza. Pictou County Pizza's pretty famous.
Nice.
And we just stayed up and chatted, the three of us, till 3:45 in the morning.
That's a great time.
But it was great to log some Tim time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's double Tim time now in a couple of weeks because you got to hang with him when we were here.
I know.
We were actually here.
When you think about, you would know this much better than me, but the week they had, couple of weeks, Pemberton, Lollapalooza, Way Home Festival, and George Street and St. John's. You must not even know where you are half the time.
Yeah. And then they did the Rock the Shores in Victoria the day after Way Home. So it just kind of becomes a big blur. But all of those places are just such a good time on their own. That's the thing. Like, you're in and out of a great hang before you even know it.
Well, sometimes you must feel like I wouldn't mind staying for a couple of days and checking out some of the other acts, but that's not really what happens, is it?
No, that's the thing. You're gone, so you don't get to really see anything, which is kind of a bummer.
I think he said they had 2 hours before the show at Lollapalooza and maybe 4 hours afterwards, and that was it.
Yeah, and that's like in Chicago, you got to get out of there.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Speaking of Chicago.
Chicago Mix?
1982 jam? Hard to
My
say,
eyes
I'm
just
sorry.
filled with tears.
The David Foster-ness?
Did Foss produce this?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a fake out, because it doesn't start till here. Everybody needs a little time away. I heard her say from each other.
It's so funny, this band, they went from like pretty cool jams in the 70s to not so good so much. I'm gonna blame David Foster and that. Who's the singer guy again? What's his name?
Peter Cetera.
Peter Cetera.
It's the best joke I've ever written.
What?
Why didn't Pet Cetera get Peter Cetera as their spokesperson?
Oh, there you go.
Or if Pet Cetera went out of business, Peter Cetera should buy it because he's just an ER away.
And he just does all their stuff in Chicago, like layered a cappella with a cheap keyboard sound. Like,
well, yeah, but did David Foster really produce it? Because it sure sounds like him.
Yes, 100%.
And then remember Cetera had his solo career with all the I am a man who will fight for your right.
Can't handle it.
I love it.
Well, this is the same year that he did Gone, 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 right? David Foster was busy.
What?
Chilliwack, right?
David Foster produced Gone, Gone, Gone?
Didn't he?
Did he?
Or am I in a Foster hole? Where I just think everything I don't like in that era, he did.
Guys, help. I'm in the Foster hole.
Here we go. Chilliwack. Something tells me it's a guarantee.
Really?
Yeah. Damn it.
Incorrect.
Well, no, it didn't show me anything. That's the latest. All it says
I like when Google's
David
like,
Foster.
yeah, Chilliwack, words not included, David Foster.
David Foster hugs mystery blonde female as he leaves Vancouver Airport. Like, so fucking greasy.
Is that recent? Because he and his shorty split up.
I think so. This is 2014. Ooh. I don't know, man.
The Foss, are you positive the Foss produced Chicago?
Yes, I'm positive about Chicago.
I can't believe that segue, by the way. I thought it was for sure going to have something to do with Chicago Mix.
Well, it was 82. Oh, yeah, the Chicago Mix.
Well, when you said speaking of Chicago, I thought for sure I knew where that was going.
You thought I was going to just start ripping. Oh, look here, I go to the discography and I'll find it there. Complete discography. David Foster.
So, Chilliwack didn't go into the Foster hole. Because I maintain Gone, Gone, Gone is a great song. And in the Reno or Beano, obviously Loverboy and Chilliwack play a lot of dates together. And for every Loverboy wasn't great review, there's at least 2 Chilliwack was awesome review.
I don't see any Chilliwack on his thing here. But all those Chicago records are him.
Of course.
Wrote with them.
Did he?
Yeah.
So when was Saturday in the Park? Is that when Chicago stopped being Chicago?
That's when they were cool, yeah.
If you leave me now. That's a good jam. You probably don't like it.
That's Chicago with David Foster, isn't it? Whatever it's that.
That's all I do in my life now. Every song that comes on the radio. Today is gonna be the day that you'll never throw it back to you. Any song that comes on.
Isn't that every single
when
one?
I come around.
When I come around.
Why aren't you crying loud?
Green Day jam.
All the way across town. Isn't that, that is Green Day.
Yeah, what's the one with his sold, when he's,
I wanna be a minority.
seeing the, what is it, I'll be gone. What
Wake me up when September ends.
Yeah, that one.
Wake me up when September ends. Who's the Blink 182?
Doing
All
that.
the small things, truth cares, truth brings. Always,
Oh my
I know
God, man, just
you'll
in his-
be at
just-
my show.
right when it came out, he's just throwing that in his set.
Seems not so, I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me down.
He's got all the backup guys doing it. They're like, really? Why do we have to fucking play this? Okay, we got to take a break.
Would you like some egg and beans? Fuck off! You're not my mom!
This is my karaoke jam.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought of that. This is kind of a good one, isn't it?
Traveling in a fried out combi. On a betrayal, head full of zombie. I met a strange
It's always
lady.
available
She made me nervous. Yeah,
for
but
karaoke jams?
the people don't want it.
No, really?
I come from a land down under.
It doesn't go over?
No, until you get to the well, bills flowing in each under. Like when you go high, they're into it. Like this part. You better run.
Yeah.
You better take cover. But then there's like a 16-bar pan flute solo,
Yeah, that's right.
and you can see people like poking themselves on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Like, this is way too long.
Yeah. Like, what are you supposed to do during that?
32 bars. Yeah, you dance.
I guess.
Or if you're doing Bob Marley, you'd pretend to have a soccer ball and kick it up on your knees.
Is that your karaoke go-to?
That's the go-to of your Bob Marley. Just pretend you're kicking a soccer
I
ball
love
on your
that
knees.
mime is somehow part of your act. Like, if I was doing Down Under at karaoke, I'd mime a didgeridoo solo. It's the most boring silo to watch, but I try.
And when I
just
do the
same.
Vegemite bit, I'll have a can of Vegemite in my pocket.
Imagine Colin Hayes
I hold it
soundtrack.
up.
You better run. You better take cover. There's too much slapback in
Hold
the
up
side
the
field.
Vegemite.
Can I get my wedge just turned up slightly? You better
Oh, my
run. You better
wedge.
take cover. Can you just adjust my wedge a tiny bit? There's too much slapback in the side, Phil. That's men at work
When you
opening
play the show,
for.
when you play the show, do you tend to sweat?
Be good, be good, be good, be
tend to
good, be
sweat
good.
a
Can you
bit.
turn down the saxophone, Mice?
You get the one with the two blades, because I tend to sweat.
All I can hear in my ears is the pen flies. Is there too much reverb? It sounds wet.
Weird.
The pan flute sounds too wet, and it's hard to concentrate. I don't even know. I think that's Papua New Guinea. I think that's
Yeah.
where the accent's from.
It's pretty good.
Barra, can you turn down the saxophone a tiny bit? Colin Hay did an acoustic version of Overkill on Scrubs, and it was dope.
Nice. Hey, do you want to play our new game?
Yes.
Law or nah?
Yes. Lore or nor?
These are Canadian laws
Or are
that are
they?
real or fake.
Law or nah? You go first.
Yeah. Law or nah? In Alberta, it is against the law to paint a wooden ladder.
I'm going to talk it out like they do on Millionaire. It's oddly specific, which would suggest it's true, but at the same time, why would that be a law? Maybe so you don't slip on the ladder. I'm going to say that's law.
It's a law. Person must not paint a wooden ladder.
Wonder why. Must be why.
I wonder why.
You wouldn't want to slip if it's wet. In Saskatchewan, it's illegal for men to take their shirts off in public. Law or no?
When I'm painting the house,
Dad,
I tend to sweat.
Look at the praying man tits on the guy beside us. At the
Can't
pack.
paint the ladder. That sounds like a nah.
That's a nah.
Yeah.
Perfect record. Maybe this will be the game we'll get all the way through and not get even a single one wrong.
Toronto, Ontario. It is against the law to swear in a public park.
I mean, if it is, I've seen that law violated a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's a law.
It's a law. 608-3. While in a park, no person shall indulge in riotous, boisterous, violent, threatening, or illegal conduct, or use profane or abusive language.
Barrett! In Fredericton, it's illegal to wear a snake.
Illegal to wear a snake. I would say that just animal humane move, maybe? I would say that's a law.
That's a law!
Nice.
We're on fire.
You ready?
Yep.
Oshawa, Ontario. It is against the law to climb a tree.
Why would that
In
be
Oshawa.
illegal? I'm going to talk it out. It's because you wouldn't want the fire department to come, because it could cause valuable resources. Yeah, that's a law.
8-3. No person shall interfere with a tree or part of a tree located on municipal property, including, but not limited to, attaching, affixing, or placing upon, in any manner, any object or thing to a tree or part of a tree, and climbing the tree.
Can you read the first part of that law again?
No person shall interfere with a tree or part of a tree located on municipal property.
Okay, stop. Interfere with a tree.
Yeah,
Is that their way of saying no tree pounding?
maybe. Maybe this was like the law that was created after the tree pounding of 19010.
Remember? Remember, we lost some good men.
Yeah, a lot of guys were trying to pound birches, and that's it. They lost their lives because they contracted a tree virus.
Bird birchers.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Really weird. Because interfere... I mean, in what other ways could you interfere with a tree?
So I guess you can't have a tree house in Oshawa either.
Huh. Darren
But I
Rose
mean, this-
grew up in Oshawa. I should ask him
There you go.
if he's ever...
municipal
tree banged.
property. Maybe private property you're allowed.
Oh, yeah.
You can have sex with the trees.
That must be a thing.
Banging trees?
Yeah, I'm sure. Like some trees have openings.
Yeah. I would imagine they'd be a little rough.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a way to, like, so I don't know, you put a velvet glove in
Fire
it
some
or
liver in there or something.
something. Anyway, cheers.
Yeah.
To sell
Okay, go.
edible underwear, you technically need to have a food license. Law or nah?
You can't have a food license?
No, to sell edible underwear,
Oh,
you need
for undies.
a food license.
Oh. That sounds like a law for some stupid
It's a
reason.
law.
Oh.
It's a law. There go all your dreams. Wait, we're still perfect. What's my next one?
Okay. Across this country of ours, it's illegal to create, possess, and sell crime comics.
What comics?
Crime comics.
Again, it's so specific it sounds real, but I can't imagine why that would be a thing.
I know.
I'm going to
What do you
say
think,
law.
law?
I'm going to say law.
Or nah? You're saying law?
Yeah.
1063 or 163B. The Criminal Code of Canada makes, prints, publishes, distributes, sells, or has in his possession for the purpose of publication, distribution, or circling a crime comic listed under the section titled Offenses Tending to Corrupt Morals.
So weird.
Feels like we should be wearing a powder wig at this point with these kind of laws.
I know they're good though. In Quebec, it's illegal to cut through a gas station to get around a red light. Law or not?
But you see that one violated all the time. I would say it's a law, though.
It's a law!
That's right. That's crazy.
I guess the really specific ones are often laws, and our record is perfect. Hit me.
Nationwide, it is illegal to demonstrate flatulence in the public.
The use of the word demonstrate is curious. Because it suggests you're gathering folks around like a busker festival. I'm going to say nah.
That's a nah.
Canada-wide, it is illegal to scare the Queen.
It's illegal to scare the Queen?
Yep.
Well, isn't that illegal anyway? Well, unless you're just like putting on a mask and she gets scared. That sounds like a nah.
Dang, that's a law.
That's a real law?
That's a law. It's illegal to scare her Madge.
That's crazy.
Yep. That's all right. That was our mulligan.
Yeah. How about this one? My kids are running in through here getting popsicles. You! Alert! Alert! You say it. You say it. No? Alert! How fast?
Are they allowed double bangers or just a single?
Just, like 2 popsicles?
Well, like, are they allowed both halves?
No, they're just doing the single ones.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones that are bigger, but they're just on one stick.
Yeah.
Can I help you there? Are you all right? Do you? Okay. I'm going to open this popsicle here.
Do it.
You have to say alert again.
Hello.
Okay, hang on. Hey, it's illegal to steal oysters in Canada. Law or nah? Okay.
Steal popsicles.
Steal oysters. Yeah.
I mean, that must be true. Law.
That's a law.
Must be because they're so readily available.
Where oysters and oysters brood are in oyster beds, layings, or fisheries that are the property of any person and are sufficiently marked out of known as the property of that person shall be deemed to have a special property or interest in them. So I guess you have to have like a farm or something to do it legally.
Crazy.
Yeah.
In Victoria, BC, you can be fined for hugging on the sidewalk.
Come on. Really?
You tell
That
me.
sounds like a heartless law. I'm going to say nah.
That's a nah.
Yes.
That's a nah. That's like a Bowser from Shauna nah.
How about this one? Hay River, Northwest Territories. It is against the law to use a dog sled on a sidewalk. Nah or law? Or law or nah?
So 4 choices?
No. Just didn't do it in the proper parlance.
That sounds like a law.
That's a law.
Because to your earlier point, those dogs are gaseous.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah. And if
So that would go against the other one of where you're just laying logs across the sidewalk everywhere?
Yeah. Yeah, they
like horses, just dropping them all over the place.
yeah, but they're little slimy poo worms.
Oh yeah, and that's when it gets nasty.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
In
Yikes.
Winnipeg, it's illegal to eat a ham sandwich in a government building.
I'm gonna say that's a nah.
That's a nah.
Yeah. This takes us to another 1982 jam.
Spoons?
Yeah.
It's still a great song.
Did you ever go see the Spoons?
I don't think so.
Me neither.
But I like them.
Do you?
No.
Where were they from? In Toronto?
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't you say you saw, remember the Thrifties ad with them in it?
Yes.
Stonewash, their own version of the Stonewash, just standing there with little guitars. Didn't they have one of those broomstick basses or something?
That sounds right.
Right?
It's a good jam. It's a good jam. Nova Heart's a good jam, and Romantic Traffic is a good jam.
Can you sing this one?
Sure.
It's hard to sing like this when you're doing other stuff.
And I'll sleep.
Sounds like you're crying.
Sleep in my Nova Heart. His voice has that little break in it.
It's a kind of Alan Frew a little bit, eh?
Yeah. Hey, guess what? It's a 1983 thing, but I met Prince Charles and Lady Diana in 1983.
Nice. Just randomly? Out of some event?
No, I was waiting for them at the airport in Prince Edward Island when they deplaned.
Why? Just hanging?
Yeah, just hanging. I went with my sister to go meet them because they landed at the Sherwood Airport, Charlottetown Airport, I guess technically. And there's only
So
15
wow.
of us masks.
And it was basically just going to see that happening.
Yeah.
Like when my mom went and watched the Beatles drive by.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Although I remember thinking at the age of 11 that Princess Diana was a hot-looking tuna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure.
Jeez. I love it. That classic Jonathan horniness.
I don't know if that's my legacy or not.
Oh, but
This here's
You
a
got
job
fired
for
up
all the
back then.
fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down because you're overzealous. Play hard to get females. Get jealous. That
What
was
is that?
Alan Frew doing Bust a Move
oh, bust a move.
as part of his rap tour.
Eyes of a Stranger, another Canadianity jam from 1982
Payolas.
with the rockhead Bob Rock.
I would like to put together a set list for the Frew.
Of what jams that you would
Like
do.
this.
I think you could crush this one.
Gonna touch you to see if it's real.
Right?
He'd be
Well, 'cause
amazing at it.
Paul Hyde has an accent too, so it's pretty funny.
Where's
actually,
Paul
but
Hyde from?
He's from, I don't know, he might be from born in England kind of thing and jumped over but kept the accent. One of those.
It's such a reggae tempo, right?
Yeah, real police vibe.
Chaka-mm-pa, chaka-mm-pa.
The eyes.
I'm a stranger. Apparently, if you believe what you read on the Instagram, Alan Frew and Johnny Reid played golf together in Cape Breton. Have you met the Johnny Reid?
No, I haven't. You did, didn't you?
No, I don't think I have.
And you don't know any stories?
Johnny Reid stories?
Yeah.
No, I do not. Alan Frew and Johnny Reid should do a duet.
Where does Johnny Reid live? Does he live out east?
I don't think so. George
No?
Canyon's from out here. George
Does
Canyon's from Pictou County.
Does Johnny Reid live in Canada?
It's a great question. I think Johnny Reid has a baker's dozen of children.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. You're pregnant again? You've got to be kidding me! I've only been home for 2 days this calendar year!
Blames the light guy. Right? I saw you talking to him on the lighting booth.
I don't understand.
Running your fingers through his hair.
It's like if we're in the same room, you get pregnant. I don't understand that. I cannot believe it.
I was watching the opening act and you're running your fingers through his hair. Big long-haired lighting guy getting his hair did.
Has anyone seen my dip, Jill?
Dip.
He has 2 sons, not 6.
Yeah, it's a little different.
And he bought a house in Nashville.
But he lives in Canada.
Does he?
Yeah. He moved to Canada in 88 when he was 13.
Yeah, but this says, join me in welcoming Johnny Reed to the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Then he moved to Nashville.
Yeah. He lives in Nashville. Home of Scottish country.
Lanark, Scotland.
You're in Scottish country now.
He's got 4 kids.
Well, maybe he has 2 kids US, but it's 4 kids Canadian.
Oh, really?
Let's take a break, bot.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Fucking ready?
And we're back. 82.
We're going to play a game called Horny Handles.
Real or fake?
My wife and family just came home, so if I sound different, it's because I'm down in my little studio now, so it probably sounds really compressed and tight. But It should work great for Horny Handles.
Yeah.
Because you have to read them in a really sexy voice.
Okay.
We should have a soundtrack for Horny Handles.
Okay, how about this one? This is an 82 jam.
It's good. Okay, I'll go first. You ready?
Yeah.
Was there a man born in 1896 named Rudolph Piss?
Rudolph Piss. I'd say that's a fake horny handle.
That's real.
Oh, it's a real
Yeah, you
guy.
can find the whole Piss family ancestry.
Okay,
Can you, honestly?
I didn't go in depth to where the person's from or anything. I just looked to see if it was a real name or not.
So did you come up with the name and Google it? Or did you Google weird keywords?
Yes, a little bit of all those things.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Is there a person named Geeter Gowan? Geeter Gowan. Like Gowan. Geeter Gowan.
No. No, there is not.
Gator Gowan.
Not since Mac Meanoffer.
Gator Gowan is real.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Get her going. Gator Gowan.
How do you spell it?
That's a great Geter
Get her.
Gowan.
Get her Gowan?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Is there a marriage therapist named Tom Suck?
Tom Suck?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
is.
horny handle, yes.
Tom Suck.
Okay.
How are things going with you and Amanda? Pretty good. We got in to see Tom Suck a few weeks in a row, and he's really helping.
He's helping us out. Okay, is there, well, I can be more specific with this one. Is there an athlete, Canadian, on a Canadian sports franchise named Rob Bag?
Oh my gosh. It's like handbag. It sounds dirty, but it's not.
Yes.
Rob Bag. Robert Bag. Yes.
That's a legit. Plays for the Rough Riders. That was actually brought in from email on
Really?
the Taggart and Torrens Gmail. I don't know who it was, but he came up with a good idea for CFL names, and this was one of the CFL legit names, Rob Bag, which kind of, I guess, in a way, gave us the idea to play this game.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way.
It's good.
Yeah, so what's your next one?
Is there a man, a bartender, named Mike Birdsey?
Mike Birdsey. That sounds like a real handle.
That's a real handle.
Love that.
Birdsey's a great name for a horn dog.
Yeah. Okay, here's another one. Is there a man named Dougie Styles?
Dougie
Styles. What? Styles. Dougie Styles.
No.
So like Dougie Styles.
I sure want there to be.
There is. It's a real name. Dougie Styles.
Is there... It sounds like Dougie Fresh.
Yeah.
Is there... This one is less a horny handle. Is there a Portuguese navigator named Fernando Poo?
If you can't find shit, call Pooh. I'm going to say that's a real handle. Sounds real.
It's a real handle.
I love it. Okay. Is there a person named Arash Datas? Arash that ass. Arash Datas.
Can you please say it again?
Arash Datas.
Your pronunciation is key. Arash that ash?
Arash that ass. Arash that ass.
Let me say it again. She had lips like a truck. I was like, what? All night long, burning, let me see that song.
Oh my God, let me say it again.
That song's a long time coming. Arash.
What
that
song
ash.
was that again?
Let me say it again. She had bumps like a truck.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
doing the thong song at the rhyming.
But, yeah.
Here's another 82 jam.
Yeah.
Tiger. Worst video ever when the band just shows up, starts walking down the street, and the singer has a beret on.
The guy's like, roll tape. We only have them for 11 minutes. Roll it.
There's like one guy clearly not feeling the walk. Because he's like out of the shot most of the time. He's all pissed off.
It sounds like a satira joint. Back on my feet. Irash that ash has got to be real.
It's not.
You made that up.
Made it up.
Okay. Hugh Chest.
Hugh Chest?
Yeah.
Sure.
You think that's real?
I love it. Yeah. Right?
Incorrect. No, that's fake.
Oh, you made it up.
Although,
William B. Hardigan. William B. Hardigan. Real.
That's a horny name right there.
It is.
Willie be hard again? I don't know.
Worry,
Ask
baby.
him.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Willie always be Hardigan.
Willie be hard again? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds so fake, so I'm going to say fake.
It was on a real list of names.
Willie be hard again.
Yeah. So that's a real one.
Did I or did I not go to high school with a guy named Vaj Rich?
Vaj Rich?
Yeah.
Vaj Rich?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty real. Is that real?
You're darn right it was real.
Oh my God.
You're darn right it was real. It did well with the ladies, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was part of the, there was a Buddhist movement from Colorado to Nova Scotia in the mid to late 80s. And Vaj Rich was part of that. And so the legend went, Vaj Rich had some type of relationship with the family housekeeper.
Whoa.
And in high school, that was like, whoa, that's epic.
How about this name? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Gary Knuckle Drag.
No way.
Gary Knuckle Drag. The judge that lived in the building that you were at.
Gary Bird Dragger. Do you know the Bird Draggers down the street?
Yeah, the bird dragger's coming by.
I'm going to say that's fake.
Yeah, that's fake.
There are some weird names. Like there's did you see Batman Superman?
That's a real name?
That's his name. His first name is Batman, Batman, and his last name is Suparman.
Wow.
Batman Superman. And there's a guy named Adolfo Hitler, too.
That's a tough handle.
I would say.
How about this name? Pterodactyl.
No way.
That's
not
real.
falling for it. Are you kidding?
Pterodactyl. Yeah. Yep.
How about this one? Sound it out. Phucdat.
Yep. Fuck bat?
DAT.
DAT? Oh, come on. Really?
Real or fake?
That sounds fake.
It's real, bot.
Ugh.
That's a good handle.
That's up there with Gatter Gowan.
He's my new idol. Let's get her going. What do you mean?
Let's go Gatter Gowan and go out.
Mo Lester.
That's
True.
real?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a break on TNT 82 and we'll be back to wrap her up.
Where's my beer chair?
Hey, Bernie.
Gord, what are you doing here, Gord? What the heck? This is a big night for Bruce. What's going on?
Well, if there's one thing I know, it's how much I love a Bruce Coburn concert.
What are you doing here? You know, this is like he just accepted an award. He's doing good. I mean, we're just trying to enjoy our night here. What do you want, Bert? What do you want, Gord?
Why is your backup so high? I just wanted to come by and congratulate Bruce face to face on winning Folk Artist of the Year at this year's Juno Awards.
Yeah.
Just relax. I'm just wondering where the lions are.
Okay. Something smells.
He sounds great.
What? Were you messing around here back before they went on by any chance?
No, but you know what's interesting is when I turned down the award for Folk Artist of the Year, I was like, you guys should give it to someone like Bruce, because he deserves it. The kid could use a break,
okay.
you know?
Listen, Gord, I apologize that you're not up for an award yourself, but I mean,
And I'm wondering where my manager went. And I'm wondering where Bernie is. No dates booked.
Yeah.
I love this song. Wondering what happened to you. Why am I not priority?
Listen.
I don't have any shows lined up. That's how the words go, isn't it?
We're booking you next spring. We're doing the whole spring run on the West Coast.
That's perfect. So I only have 14 months to get ready for it.
Listen, Gord, what do you want me to say? I mean, what do you want me to do? This is a big night for Bruce and I, and I'm sorry that...
Oh no, it's really exciting for two of the three of us. There's no question.
Listen, Gord, listen, can you at least just go sit down over there instead of...
Do you know what you're doing tomorrow,
What?
Bernie? Whatever I tell you to. Because that's how it works. Oh, is this a plug? It doesn't do anything.
Listen, Gord.
Oops.
You just ruined the performance.
I don't think I ruined the performance. The crowd seems wrapped with Bruce's ability to play acoustic. I mean, I don't even know why he has an amp.
Listen, with all the success you've had, I mean, You influence all these people, and yet you get a bug up your ass over something like this, and then you basically ruined his night. I mean, this is a whole thing is wrecked now, thanks to you.
But you know what the great thing is the crowd is so small, he doesn't even need amplification of any kind, because you can be heard at a whisper.
Listen, Gord, listen, we have to talk. This is getting out of control. I mean, you have to understand that I can't just make a living solely on one artist. That's just doesn't work.
Well, if that artist was Bruce, that's true. Well, just out of curiosity, I was wondering, as I was hitchhiking over here, what did I pay you last year?
I don't know, somewhere $300,000, $400,000.
Yeah. In 1982, and that wasn't enough for your greedy family. You needed to have more money?
You know how it is. When you're trying to compete with the Irving Azoffs of the world.
I do know how it is trying to compete nowadays for attention. Yeah, I wish I didn't know what that was like.
Maybe you could, get into another issue, create another Sundown. Maybe you've been living too easy. Maybe you need to feel pain. Some kind of relationship issues.
Do you know what I should do is, John Cougar Mellencamp is on the charts with Jack and Diane this year.
Yeah.
I should write a Canadian version of Jack and Diane, kind of. Because his record was called American Fool, and I was thinking, what if I made a record called Foolish Canadian?
Well, I'm working with Dan Hill a little bit. Maybe Dan Hill can help you out there.
You're working with Downhill, are you? Bruce Coburn and Downhill, you know how to pick winners.
Well, I mean...
Little Denny.
Sometimes when we touches that, they're actually, it's doing really well.
Little Denny.
Yep.
I like how he sings the part where he says, Little Denny, because you don't really know what it is about until he says, Jack and Diane.
Well, yeah, I've heard John Cougar's a little tough to deal with.
Maybe I could do, instead of Jack and Diane, it's like Jim and Ann, but it's Jim Valance and it's Anne Murray.
Oh, that would be a
Little
good idea.
About Jim and Ann. Jim writes songs for that guy Brian Adams.
Oh, nice.
Right?
You know what?
Brian's gonna be a great big star.
Can you do me a favor and give me that Nanaimo bars recipe? I'm having a party this weekend, and the people would love those squares.
Quick question for you, Bernie.
What's that?
If I gave you the recipe to my Nanaimo bars, what is it exactly I would still be able to lord over you, power-wise?
Well, that's pretty much the last straw, I would say, because the ratio that you'd use with the coconut to chocolate, I know that's a secret. Maybe you could let me know.
Bernie, I just don't understand sometimes. I just don't understand. Do you know that Air Supply has a song, Even the Nights Are Better, out this year? Even the nights are better. Even Joe Cocker's doing Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong.
That's what I'm saying. You need a one of those ballad type things. Even even Kenny Rogers is doing that, right?
Have you heard that? Have you heard that song?
Yeah, that's the Come On Eileen song. That's a big
Come on,
hit.
Burn, oh, I swear it's my turn, and Bruce and the gangs. I don't know the words, but it's something like that.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, thanks a lot for wrecking the show tonight.
Oh, my absolute pleasure.
You can, how are you getting home tonight? I really, we're staying here, and we have a show in Sarasota tomorrow with Bruce.
That's perfect. You can just run me home real quick, and you'll be in Sarasota in plenty of time.
Thanks, Gord.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it, Bernie, and thanks for lining up all those gigs for this summer, especially now that you don't have the concert tonight to worry about.
Oh, Gord.
Oh, Gord.